Hi, my dear students. Welcome to social science class. My dear students, I hope you all of you fit and fine because everybody knows that the situation because of the COVID-19. So before going to start the lesson, I would like to remember you. I hope you all of you follow the same, even though because it is an issue in the throughout the world about this pandemic COVID-19. So even though I feel like this, it is my responsibility to remembering and even uh, to tell a few words about this. So please, this nowadays spreading and even increasing day by day in a very bad way. So, here to control or to avoid, this is not only the responsibility of a state or the government, whether a state government or central government. So, even though we should be very aware about and we should take care of our health because health is a wealth. So, more than wealth, the health, especially during this pandemic situation, we should try to keep the not only you, the throughout the family members by taking some measures, especially the use of mask regularly, and more than that, the use of sanitize and so these are some of the precautions, the use of sanitizer or the mask and maintaining the social distance. So it is my opinion the maintenance of the social distance it is the more and essential more than use of mask and sanitizers. So until and unnecessarily, please don't roam, don't come out of your house. Please stay safe, stay away, and by taking the personal hygiene, by maintaining and by taking personal care and maintaining the hygiene, person, especially the cleanliness. So please try to follow this and even don't forget at any cost because after that if we are going to suffer from this covid-19, no one they are not going to take the responsibility. Even every day we are used watching and then hearing through the different medias through newspaper and tv channels and all. So then we can understand the situation in our state and as well as in our country and in the same in a different part of the world also in different countries how they have suffered. So that's what. So please give more attention about your health and maintain the personal hygiene and try to avoid all the functions and stop at least a few days. So be safe. I hope once again I would like to say you are all fit and fine because of this situation and even I wishes all the best for you, and I'm welcoming you all the academic year 2020 and 21. Dear students, today's session, actually, I would like to start with the geography, the first chapter itself, India, size and location. It's one of the small chapter, but it has including a lot of information about. So it is a very easy to understand once if you read and go through the textbook, and even please carefully study which already given in the textbook, the world map and even the map of India also. So we knows that India, it is one of the ancient country and as well as ancient civilizations in the world also, and even the India, we feel proud to say Indians, we are all Indians, even that's much of we feel comfort, and then compared to some of the other countries, I don't like to compare with any other countries, but being an Indian, living in India, really that's a great, and we all Indians, those who are born in India, those who are living in India, those who are settled in India, really the great. Even usually, I would like to say like this: is a special gift given by the God, because we are all born such a the great nation that is about India. See, the India, even in previous sessions, I mean, in the last years, we learned about it's one of the diverse country. And even though it has achieved multifaceted socio-economic progress, especially during the last 5 decades. Now it's become one of the, even we used to say India, it's one of the developing country, still developing, not developed one. So even though there we can see since last, I mean the 5 decades, during the last 5 decades, there we can see lot of progress, changes, economic development, and also the socio and cultural, and as well as even the political developments and all, and educational. So in a various way, India developed and developing also, and it has moved forward. Our country it has moved forward, displaying a remarkable progress in the field of agriculture and even the industry also. Because agriculture is the backbone of our country. I think last year we studied also in the chapter agriculture. So mainly the backbone of Indian economy, that is agriculture, and there we can see lot of changes also, and even there are several industries, especially nowadays. Recently there are many companies and even there are many cities developed as industrial cities, silicon cities, metropolitan cities, and even especially India, it's become one of the icon for the ITBT sector, technologically so developed also. There are many more examples are there about this the industrial area and technological field. So our country contributed a lot to the world since ancient period. We used to say there are so many things. Our country contributed a lot of things to the world. But even though those the different countries they used to say that is ours contribution. But during Vedic period only, and even ancient period only, there are many scientists, there are many experts, mathematicians, astronauts. They give a lot of contribution. So whatever nowadays we can see the in the other countries, whatever they used to say, we developed all these things, we are introduced, and even in the education field also, lot of contribution. So try to remember the University of Nalanda. It's one of the world famous university in our country. There are so many foreigners, even the so-called talented and even the experts, they used to come to our country and they are studied in that. But unfortunately, we lost because of their attack and all. So that we are going to study in the history. Anyhow, you already a little bit studied how all those things are destroyed systematically by the foreigners, by the different invaders, those who are invaded our country. So anyhow, even though still we are standing, there are so many great personalities. Not only one, two, three, four. We cannot say in the words. We can make a lot of a big list of the great personalities. Just I would like to tell one or two things, even which is not related to that our topic, but if we have to try to understand about our country and the significance of our country and how especially our country significantly to the making of world history also. There are so many things. For example, the great mathematician Aryabhatta. So all of you knows that the contribution of Aryabhatta, and even the concept of zero, which we are using in the present, all the countries that is also contributed by our country only. And when we studied the Indus Valley civilization, then we can understand that compared to all other world civilization, the significance of our civilization in the world history, such a wonderful we cannot say anywhere. The Indus Valley civilization and then the system of that and the lifestyle of those people, those who are lived in our country once upon a time, we cannot see anywhere in the different civilization. So, such a great country, our country. So, there is no word to say about our country, India, India, India. So, India is one and only India. And we used to say nowadays it's become a even, I think it's a very essential or remember the another one concept which is considered by all other the different nations, that's especially about the yoga. It is accepted by the world, but it is contributed and introduced by Maharshi Patanjali. Like that, there are so many. If we are going to say about our country, so it's not possible in a one day or 1 year, even throughout lifelong, if we are going to study the different, like this is the wonderful country. And dear students, in this chapter, on the base of the geography, so we are going to discuss about the size and location of our country. The size and location of our country. So India, physically, it is one of the vast country. It's one of the vast country, especially the India. Now, it's considered as a physically seventh largest country in the world. Seventh largest country. And about population, no, we cannot say that. Within a few years, we are going to cross the China. So even though we should not feel the population of our country that is a cause, no, that is actually boom, a boom. It is also the gifted by the God also, because last year we studied that human beings themselves they are resources. They are not a burden for the country if we are going to utilize in a proper way the human resources. It's very much important. Regarding the significance of these human resources, we already studied in the previous year in the first chapter itself. So physically seventh largest country. Already I told that population, about the population. Now it is about 100 and more than 138 crore. It's almost, we are very nearest to the number one country, the China. The China is the number one in the population, and after the China we won't be the first. I mean, in the world, second highest populated country our India. So I would like to say, ನಾವು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದ್ರಲ್ಲೂ ಇಲ್ಲ. About natural resources, physical area, even the population also. Even we cannot compare with any others. We all of you knows that so many times, uncountable times, there are so many foreigners came to our India. They completely maximum ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಾಧ್ಯನೋ ಅಷ್ಟವರು ಎಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು, ಎಲ್ಲ ದೋಚ್ಕೊಂಡು. So even though we are standing as one of the strong country in the world, so no country in the world they are not going to neglect, because the significance of our country and the importance even in international level also. ಯಾವುದೇ ದೇಶ ಏನೇ ಮಾತಾಡಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಸೊ ಭಾರತವನ್ನ, ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶವನ್ನ ಗಮನದಲ್ಲಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡೆ ವ್ಯವಹರಿಸಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅಂತಹ ಒಂದು ವಿಶಾಲವಾದಂತಹ ದೇಶ ನಮ್ದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬಹಳ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆ ಪಡಬೇಕು. So anyhow, let us discuss about first the location of our country. Where it is located? Location. So I hope this word is very familiar, especially nowadays. Why? Because we used to call whenever we reached or when we are in the unknown place, can you share your location? Because of the use of the mobile technology or modern technology, even we can identify it, we can get very easily by sharing the location. ಬಹುಶಃ ಕಾಮನ್ ನೀವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರ್ತೀರಿ, ಎಲ್ಲಾದರೂ ಅನ್ನೋನ್ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ, ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲದೆ ಇರೋ ಸ್ಥಳಗಳಿಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಎಲ್ಲೋ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. And we'll go through and we'll follow and we can reach the exact place also. So here we are talking about the location of our country. The location of our country. So if you see the world map or the globe, so please better to see in this first chapter, the first page itself. I mean the first chapter, first page. There is the beautiful in the page number 1, the world map. So please try to observe the world map and the globe. So our India, it's completely, entirely lying in the northern hemisphere. Northern hemisphere. So see that map on the page number 1. So the entire world divided into different hemispheres. We are divided like this. Actually, we are drawn, not really. So already we in 6th standard itself only we studied this regarding longitudes and latitudes and all. So these are the imaginary lines to know, to identify, to reach the particular and to very clearly we are drawn these lines, the vertical and horizontal lines which we used to call as a latitude and longitudes. So our country India, it's completely the entire India, it's lying in the northern hemisphere. So the whole the world it's divided into northern hemisphere. That is actually, so there is the major, the imaginary line which we used to call as a equator. There's a 0 degree, the equator. So that is divided our earth into two equal arms, two equal arms. So above the equator we used to call as a northern hemisphere, and below the equator we used to call as a southern hemisphere. So based on that, so please try to remember once again the sixth class chapter, how we are drawn. So there is no exact lines on the earth, we cannot see, even it is not possible also. And these lines are only the imaginary lines, especially the equator, 0 degree, which we used to call in Kannada Samabhasaka Vrutta. Samabhasaka Vrutta or equator. See, the equator divided the whole earth. We know that the shape of the earth is a geoid. It is not actual the round, the geoid shape. So exactly, I think you all of you knows that very. It looks like an orange shape, geoid shape. We used to call it as a geoid shape. So a little bit of flat and both the up and lows. See here, our country, India, it's lying completely in the northern hemisphere. So especially the main land extends between latitudes 8 degree 4 north and 37 degree 6 north is about latitudes. Already I told that the latitudes and longitudes are imaginary lines. Already we learned about this concept. So our India completely, I mean the main land of our country extends between the latitudes 8 degree 4 8 degree 4 north is in which direction? To the north, and also 37 degree 6 37 degree 6 north. This is what the extension of the latitudes where our India is situated or located. And what about the longitudes? See, the longitudes, the mainly our India, our land extends 68 degrees 7 east. This is actually latitudes, and 68 degrees 7 east and 97 degree 25 east longitudes. See, this is what the extension of our country where it lies. So 8 degree 4 north latitude to up to the 37 degree 6 north it extends, and the same when we will come to the longitudes, the land of our country extends between 68 degrees 7 east longitude and it extends up to 97 degree 25 east longitudes. See, This is about the land extensions of our country. That is about the latitudes and latitudes. So please make sure this the lines of latitudes and then even the extensions of the longitudes. And the another one thing, the Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer, that is about 23 degree 30 north. The Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer. So that is about see the Tropic of Cancer, that is about 23 degree 30 north, divides our country into two equal, almost into two equal halves or two equal parts. See that to the southeast and to the southwest of the mainland. So there we can see the Andaman and Nicobar Islands also, and the Lakshadweep, the island groups which we can see in the Bay of Bengal and even the Arabian Sea respectively. So this is all about the location of our India. So we please, and then one more thing, I think so. That's what you all of you knows that very well. So that's why I'm not going to explain about that. That is about the continent where India is located. I mean, so we all of you already knows that the whole world. So there we can see the different continents, and our India is situated in the Asian continent. So in the the complete the whole world, I mean the globe, if we see the world map, so our India is lies in the northern hemisphere, but India is situated in the south of the Asian continents. There are totally 7 continents are there. Asia is one of the biggest continent. Are you getting now? Asia is one of the biggest continent of the world, and our India is situated or located in the south of the Asia. So please carefully observe the map of page number 1. There we can see. So completely Asia, it is one of the largest or biggest continent of the world. In this continent, so our India is situated south to the Asia. I mean the south, in southern part of the Asia. So this is all about the location of our country. Are you getting now? So especially we can try to understand that is about, once again I would like to remember the extension, the main lands, how it's extend between the different latitudes and longitudes. So that's about, once again I would like to remember. See the latitudes 8.4 degree, 8 degree 4 north and up to 37 degree 6 north. This is about the latitudes. And the next 68.7, 68 degree point 7 east, and the same 97 degree point 25 east. This is what the longitudes, and the Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer, that is about 23 degree 30 north. or divides our country or divides our country into almost the two equal parts, and to the southeast and to the southwest there we can see the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, and there is the group of islands which we are going to discuss even in the next session also, that is about the Lakshadweep island groups and also the Andaman and Nicobar island groups. So this is about the location of our country in the world, or if, when we'll see our country, so it's located, it's extends in this. If you are observe carefully the globe or the world map, then we can understand that the extension of latitudes is like this, and the extension of the mainlands it is about the longitudes it is like this, and the Tropic of Cancer that divides our India into equal two parts, and I told that, so our India it is completely lying in the northern hemisphere and situated in the southern part of the largest continent, that is Asia. Are you getting now? So in the northern hemisphere, and it's situated in the southern part of the Asia. I hope dear students you all of you understood this concept, and if you are not getting or not understanding anything, so please you can message or you can give a call, then I will try to clear your doubts and all. So please, once again I would like to request, so please take care of your health, stay safe, stay at home, and the next class we are going to learn about the size of our country. Now just we are studied about the location, and the next session we are going to discuss about the size of our country. Thank you. Have a nice day.